Today we're going to be talking about how you can acquire $50,000 for your business in no doc funding. Many people think that to acquire $50,000 in funding, you have to have a long time in business or business history and business revenue. However, that's not always the case. We're going to talk about Citizens Bank, which is a regional bank, and some of the programs they offer that can get your business qualified for funding, even if it's relatively new. When someone's looking to get $50,000 or more in funding, they often turn to national banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and often disregard the smaller banks like Citizens. However, sometimes the smaller regional banks are a lot more flexible with the criteria for lending, and you can qualify for a lot more and not get denied when you're looking for funding for your business. Before I talk about the funding strategy with Citizens, I first want to highlight that if you're not in the specific area in the states where they operate, they are geographically restricted. So if you're not in New Jersey, New York, or Pennsylvania, or in any of the other Northeast states that they operate within, you're not going to be able to get funding with them. Something else I would like to put some clarity on is the difference between no doc, low doc, and full doc funding. No doc funding just means that they're going to go based off of your personal credit profile and they're going to ask for your projected stated income. They're not going to ask for any financial statements or tax returns because you're a relatively new business. Low doc funding means that you have a bit more of business history, you're a bit more established, maybe 6 months to a year, sometimes 3 months for certain banks, and they're going to ask for a bit of more financial documents. Then full doc means that they're going to ask for many more financial documents, P&L statements, tax returns, and lots of other things. Now, when you apply, there's two routes you can go. Of course, you can go online with their Citizens website, or you can go in person, which is what we recommend. When you go in person, you can talk to a business bank manager. They can give you some pointers, help you out with your profile, and answer any questions you might have. Now, when you open up your business bank account with them, you want to make sure you have at least $2,000 there and let it sit for 7 days. That way, when you apply, they can see, okay, this person has an existing relationship with us and they have at least $2,000 in it. Of course, the more money you put in, the better. However, $2,000, I would say, is the minimum to get approved for a higher amount. Their funding structure is set up in the following way: from zero to $50,000, it's no doc. From 50K to 250K, it's low doc, and then 250K and up, it's full doc. Generally, to qualify, you want to have at least a 730 credit score, utilization under 30%, fewer than 3 inquiries in the past 6 months. If you have a few, you can get them removed. And also, at least 6 months in business is very important. Citizens Bank is a bit more strict with that. You want to see that you have at least 6 months in business before they lend you out any amount. Now that you have your business line of credit, maybe $40,000 or $50,000, what you can do is, now that they see you have a product already, they're much more likely to approve you for another one. So you can go and stack up another business credit card at 0% interest. Maybe you can get approved for $20,000, and now 50 plus $20,000 is $70,000 in a total credit line from one bank, by the way. We can do the same strategy for multiple banks, stack business credit cards, and different business line of credits. You can easily get hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding for your businesses. Now, if you're not in the specific state Citizen operates in, there's also other regional banks. Like I said earlier, here are a few of them. There's Comerica, there's Fifth Third Bank, there's PNC, there's Key Bank, there's Truist Bank, there's many others. I just thought I would share a few of them with you here. And just to recap, Citizens Bank is geo restricted. They have a no doc funding program. They have two business 0% interest credit cards. It's good to have at least a 730 credit score, utilization under 30%, as least amount of inquiries as possible. Now, this is the information we have for Citizens Bank. We have many more banks in our pipeline, in our database, with lots of different data points and funding hacks, funding strategies, funding sequences to acquire hundreds of thousands of dollars for all sorts of credit profiles, high and low, different businesses, new and also established. We make the funding process specifically tailored for your business and your credit profile. If you would like to work with us, click the link in the description or go to rosariofunding.com/apply and we can get started. The process is simple. You don't pay until you get funded. Until the deposit hits your account, $100,000, $150,000 or more. Until that happens, we do not get paid. So if you would like to see more videos like this about funding strategies, bank data points, subscribe. We have these videos in the pipeline. If you have any questions about funding, comment down below and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.